new names, new fellas, new things.
We present our guest new bass, violinist Virginia Richmond.
Virginia Richmond was born in Richmond, Virginia. How quaint.
At the age of 12, she was frightened by Evelyn and her violin.
So she took up the fiddle to get even with Evelyn.
While a whack in the Army, she directed an all-girl band called the Hungry Five.
4 years later, we are proud to say the Hungry Five all got married, and now they are the Hungry 10.
Her greatest ambition?
To find out what the pussy willow whispered to the catnip.
And here is Virginia Richmond and her violin.
I didn't always play the violin that well. Oh, no, it took many years of hard work, constant study, and endless practice to put me where I am today, on New Faces. Well, you know, I remember so well how it all started. I was just a little girl. I was outdoors playing with my sister, and Mother called us in. She says, "Children, I think it's time you stopped all this playing. You began to think about your future." Well, she looked at my little sister a long time, and then Mother said, "Oh, such a pretty little girl. I don't have to worry about you. Run along." Then Mother looked at me. "You better learn to support yourself." She wasn't kidding. So she got me a little fiddle, and I started in. "Nah, I can't come out to play with you. I gotta play the fiddle." But you know, folks, there's a bright side to everything, because at night, while the other children were sleeping, I was still fiddling around. I fiddled, and I fiddled, and I fiddled. But you know, then I remember the day my music teacher took out his earplugs, and he says, "Look, kid, don't you think you've had enough lessons?" You know, he was the complaining kind. You've had teachers like that. No matter what you do, it doesn't suit. As soon as I'd walk in for my lesson, he'd look at me and he'd say, "Now, why don't you have a shape like the violin instead of like the bow?" Isn't it wonderful what the new look has done for me? You know, really, fellas, there are two reasons for wearing the new look. I'm standing on them. Well, this fella down here is not even listening. He's just looking. Well, you know, I wonder, though, if any of you ever took up violin when you were little. Or maybe you're making your kids go through it. Oh, no. You know, from my point of view, the art of violin playing is beastly. Oh, beastly, my friends, drawing horsehair across catgut. Well, I'd just like to close this, shall we say, lecture on the violin with one piece of advice, and that is this. If you folks ever get the urge to fiddle, for heaven's sakes, lie down until the feeling passes.